My name is Nathan Jervich, and my topic is about military drafting. I am advocating for a period of mandatory drafting for our youth to go through. I will prove my points through describing how the draft has changed from 1917 to modern times. The draft was initially created to supply fresh troops in Europe during World War I to help out the Allies. As the years passed, the draft became crooked and rigged and was legally halted in 1973. I will also discuss the pros and cons of mandatory drafting and volunteer drafting to prove my point. Some positive things about mandatory drafting is that it would allow youth to gain a better sense of discipline that they wouldn't get any other way. It would expose them to different methods of thinking and action, and they would gain valuable life experiences that can't be achieved any other way. An author named Joseph Epstein writes, quote, Doing so took me out of my own social class and ethnic milieu and gave me a sense of the social breadth of my country. It would cause the public to be more aware and choose our country's military battles much more carefully. This way, America can better focus on her internal problems rather than worry about being the global police to other countries. If our own children were the bulk of our army, it would cause us to stop, consider foreign policy, and wonder if war is the right course of action to take. Some cons of mandatory drafting is that it allows the government to rule our private lives much more closely. It wouldn't let the citizens exercise their right to choose to be involved. It would also allow and tempt the government to turn into a socialistic state that operates through its military. I will contrast this with volunteer drafting, which allows its individuals to choose if they want to be a part of the military or not. With volunteer drafting, you are willing to suffer the hardships of training and battle, and you aren't just doing it because you are required to. It would also be easier to train a willing army rather than an army of draftees who would only be involved for under 2 years, at the most. However, people have avoided civic duty by taking advantage of this volunteer privilege. It would be an easy way to tap out of serving the country. I will primarily use logic and ethics to prove my point throughout this paper. I will finish by taking a stance on mandatory drafting because of the experience it would give its members. While I understand that military service is not for everyone, I think everyone should serve in some capacity to help their country and communities succeed. This concludes my argument for mandatory drafting in the United States.